Hey, welcome back to Creatives on the Couch. Today we are joined by Mandy Tiffany, fabulous name.
Thank you.
And you are the owner of Mandy Tiffany Drama School,
Yes.
and you're an actress as well?
Yes, I am.
Brilliant, let's get stuck in then. So, what do you want to start with first, the acting or the drama school?
Oh gosh, probably the acting,
Yes.
because we can obviously take it from where it all begun.
Yeah.
Right back at the beginning.
Right
I'm really
at the
excited that you're on the couch today. You know, we've got a lot of
Why? Should I be
history.
worried?
No, we've got a lot of
Brilliant.
history.
No.
It's so great to have you. You're looking amazing as always.
Thank you. So are you. Very dapper.
Do you
Very
know,
nice.
we do try. Look at you.
Scrub up all right.
Yeah, we have a go. So, obviously, you know, let's go right the way back to the beginning. You know,
Okay.
and why you stepped onto this crazy conveyor belt.
I ask myself that quite a lot to myself, to be honest. Well, I started because I was in, obviously, high school. I did drama. It was always my favourite thing to do. Out of everything, it was the most creative thing. I could be myself, could express more than I could do in any written work. So, absolutely loved it. Got all my GCSEs in that. And then went on to college to do it. Gained my national diploma level 3 with that.
Good.
With distinction.
Stop it!
Not just a pass, with distinction.
She got distinction.
So I did that, and then took a break and decided to go to Butlins to be a red coat.
What?
Yes. So stage performer for the
You
big
were a
holiday
red
camp.
coat?
I was.
Which Butlins?
In Skegness.
Oh my days.
Yes.
So what was that like then, stepping into the world of Heidi High?
Oh, it was crazy. I mean, kids absolutely dream of doing that.
Yeah.
They look up to you and like, that's what I want to do. I really want to do that. And you think back and you look and you go, oh, you don't. It is fantastic and it's like a working holiday,
Yeah.
but it really takes it out of you to the point you're doing what you love all the time, but you are constant. You're doing 6 out of 7 days. It's amazing, don't get me wrong, but I think you then want to take it back to do things like behind a camera then, after you've done all the stage constantly.
Yeah.
I think you kind of come back and go, yeah, I want to continue that, but I want to do it in a different direction now.
So how long were you a red coat?
So I did 2 seasons
Okay.
there, which was enough for me because
Right.
I'm quite a homesick sort of person. I don't like being away from home, so I missed all my family. I felt like I was missing out on things. My brother
Really?
was due a baby.
So how long's the season? 3 months?
No, it's nearly a year.
For one season?
So yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
they're continually open, like they open over
So
Christmas
you would
and
start
things.
in the morning, like breakfast wake up club, and
Yeah.
then go through the
Yeah.
pool, and then you do everything like ballroom stuff, and then do the big show in the evening.
Yeah,
Is that
well,
kind of how it works?
It was like you were an animator as well. So if you got brought on to be an animator, then you had to do all your characters and you had to do your hosting. You did your stage performing, but it was more for the children.
Yeah.
So rather than doing your nighttime big shows, that's when you become a red in the clubs. So you'd go and dance with the kids and do the conga and all your chocolate dances. And in the
Can you
morning,
still do it? You
Go
can
on,
you?
stop with joking.
No, I probably have not got stamina for that now. I'm probably out of breath in 2 seconds. But no, we'd start off in the morning and we did a show called Little Big Club, which I was a host of. We had the beautiful lycra skin tight outfits.
Nice.
Very nice. Good job.
We
I
all
did
love
a
a
lot
bit
of
of
dancing and
lycra.
lost a bit of weight for them. And then, yeah, we'd do all those morning shows for all the kids, and it was the adrenaline feeling of the nerves before you went on, that curtain opening to see so many faces looking at you and just looking up to you, all the kids, and you were like, oh, this
Well,
is
you're stars there, aren't you?
fantastic.
They have little autograph
Yeah.
books. I remember I went to Pontins as a little lad and saw the blue coats as they were then. And I looked up to them with awe, and I was like, these are stars.
Yeah.
And I bought the little Pontins autograph book, and on our last day, we had to go around, and I wanted everyone's autograph. So that was my earliest memory of thinking, I want to go into this. I want to be an entertainer.
It does though, it really, you kind of get into it and you think, oh, what else can I do? Like, I need a bigger buzz now. Like, I've done the stage thing and I've done all that. Now I want to see where I can find that adrenaline somewhere else in the same industry. So then I'd done the stage, got that out of my system, been away, had the holiday, had the fun, came back, thought, right, I want a career out of it now, so I want to do something more serious.
Okay.
And it didn't happen straight away. I actually went into recruitment. So I did recruitment admin and then went on to be a trainee recruitment consultant. Then I did recruitment resourcer. So I kind of worked my way up in that, which is very salesy. So it wasn't for me sitting behind a desk. Couldn't express myself.
Yeah.
I'm typing and writing. Not for me. Then I fell into finance. So I did some account roles and things.
Oh my days.
And from there, I think I don't want to work for anyone anymore. I want to be me. I want to do what I'm doing. COVID hit, unfortunately. I couldn't kind of express myself there, so I opened a drama school instead. And
So you were doing finance right up to COVID. So everything else is like in the here and now.
Yes. So I did it. I was covering someone's maternity leave up until the February,
Okay.
and COVID had hit. They were ready to take me on permanently in their thing, and then COVID all hit. And they couldn't take any more staff on, they couldn't do any of that, so I kind of lost my job because of COVID.
Right.
And I thought, I need to do something that I love now, because this is my opportunity. I've got nothing to lose now, I'm not doing anything, let's crack on. And I thought, I'm opening a drama school. I've worked with children all that time, I absolutely love kids, I can put both things together and make it work. Thinking, if it works, it works, if it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah.
And it did. It absolutely took off.
So when did you open that?
We opened that in the middle of COVID.
Wow.
So we were social
Brave.
distancing the classes. So we had markers on the floor for the kids. They'd come in and the parents couldn't come in. It was hands, sanitise everything. And I thought, this isn't going to work. People are not going to want to send their kids to something during COVID. And I think we did a taster session and we had 30 children turn up. And I couldn't fit 30 children in because of the social distancing. So I had to actually turn children away, which I was so surprised at myself. I couldn't believe it. And then from there, it just gradually steadied out and it turned into a really successful business. I ended up opening more classes. I'm now teaching Lambda qualifications.
Oh my gosh.
Good. Which I don't know. Do you know what Lambda is?
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't, London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts.
You should say it so blasé. It's the London Academy.
But it is a very highly recognised qualification.
Absolutely.
of course.
Oh my days.
So I started teaching that to my own students and actually got offered to go and teach at high school. So I do a high school up the road 2 days a week now as well. So it was like...
So you literally took that snowball and threw it off Everest
Yeah,
and thought, do you know
that's
what?
I with it.
I'm going to roll with this one.
Yeah.
So what is the
Made a
school
Yeti
called?
out of it.
So you called it the Mandy Tiffany?
Mandy Tiffany Drama Classes.
Nice and easy.
Why
It was
not?
really creative. I was sat and I put lots of names in a hat and that one came out. So.
So what age groups are you students? Are they?
From 4 to 16.
Wow.
So we've got 2 separate classes and we have 2 separate locations as well. So we have one in Rochdale, one in Heywood, and then we have the younger kids up to 8, and then it goes from 9 to 16, and with them we do the big productions.
That's phenomenal to think you started that during lockdown.
Yeah.
That was a huge risk to take.
Well, it
Brave,
was, but I had nothing else to do. So for me, take the risk.
Yeah,
It's either going to pay off or
Yeah.
you've not really lost anything.
Good for you.
And
Wow.
it did.
Mm.
And now I'm making a living from what I absolutely
That's
love.
brilliant.
So it's
So
good.
what are the productions that you're looking towards doing? What are you wanting? The big musicals? Are you wanting?
Ooh, it's a hard one, really. So at the moment, we're working on something that I've written myself.
So, what are the performances that you're sort of looking at doing? Are you wanting the big musicals? Are you wanting the big, drama pieces? What would your dream be now?
That would be my dream, to do the big ones, so the licensed productions and stuff. Because we're still classed as a start-up business for your first 4 years, really. So for me, I've actually taken bits of things that I know of and musicals that I really love.
Have you?
But I've written them myself, so I've adapted them all, and I've completely just written scripts myself. Give them to the kids. I've choreographed the dances myself. Created some of the music myself.
Wow.
So
Can we do something like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and throw me in somewhere?
You're dying to do that, aren't you? It's
Everybody knows. I say this in so many episodes. Somebody make me Willy Wonka, please. It's a dream. That or Dr. Dolittle.
Why Willy Wonka?
I don't know. I think it was my favourite film growing up, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and then they obviously remade it with Johnny Depp. But Gene Wilder is like my hero and an idol, and I met the whole cast recently, the whole surviving cast, and all the kids, the Oompa Loompas and everybody like that, and they let me do Pure Imagination. So I actually sang and did Pure Imagination with the original cast around me. Charlie Bucket, Peter Ostrom, Veruca Salt, Augustus Gloop, Mike TV, all the originals, and I did Pure Imagination in front of them. So it's a dream. So if you're going to do it, just So if you,
I don't really know the cast of Willy Wonka though. So
we'll sit and watch it when I come
round. We
round.
might have to invite them and bring them over and show them what we need to
I like
do.
that.
There we go.
Woman.
Let's get some more connections.
So you're sort of taking bits and pieces at the moment, sort of like Frankensteining it all together and creating your own little monster.
Yeah,
I love
just
that.
writing it myself from scratch. I've done it scene by scene, printed them out every week and gone, there's your scene, kids, learn them for next week.
Wow.
And I think we've got 20 minutes of this production so far, but it looks absolutely amazing. They've worked so hard, and from where we were last time we did a production, it was the first ever one they've ever done with us. So it was very difficult, it was locked down, it's very different.
Yep.
This time they've kind of just completely expressed themselves.
Like embraced it all and thought we can do this.
They've made the friends now and they know me and they're used to the stage and they've seen everything, they've had the experience and they've just completely come on leaps and bounds.
Look
it
how
looks
proud
amazing.
you are of
I know.
them. You're
I
glowing.
really am.
She is, isn't she?
Don't, because I cried last week.
Yeah.
I watched my kids doing the first dance and I actually teared up because I thought, I've done this.
Your baby.
Like, I've made this dance, I've taught this dance.
Yeah.
And I've kind of made these kids what they are, and it's
But they'll never forget that. And you know, I mean, we speak about this on several episodes. It's about showing these young adults that they can follow their dreams. They can do anything they want. Doesn't matter what's going on at home or what's going on in the world or bills to pay or anything. You know, parents falling out and separating. They come to you. They've got respite. You're showing them respect. You're showing them, you know, their own integrity and showing you can get out there and you can do anything you want.
Oh,
so
do
that's
you know
amazing.
What, though? One thing, and it really, really, again, I'm just an emotional wreck when it comes
So
to
am I.
these kids. There was a little girl put something on social media, and another little girl came to me and she said, "Did you see what she posted?" And it was, she was answering questions about herself on social media. It was 20 questions. And it got to, who is your role model and who do you look up to? And she'd actually wrote Mandy Tiffany.
Oh, wow.
And it was one of my students. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's
You're a
somebody
role
in the world
model.
that actually looks up to me.
Role
who's
model
not
for
my
so many
child.
people. We're going to take a quick break right now, so we'll be back with you in 2 minutes, and then we'll continue talking to the gorgeous Mandy Tiffany about her loves and her life. Back in a couple of minutes. Go. Hello there, welcome back to Creatives on the Couch, and we're still here with the beautiful Mandy Tiffany. So we've gone down the route of your amazing drama school that obviously you are very, very proud of, and quite rightly so. You're building yourself a little empire. But aside from that, you do films as well. You know, act, you know, in your own right. So, what's been the journey there regarding some of your films?
Right, so when I'd opened the drama school and things, and teaching's great, but you want to do it yourself.
Yeah.
It was a weird one, really, how I actually got into it. So I saw a post by someone just for a film off the off chance.
Okay.
And just give them a message and said, have you got any roles? How do I audition for this? Put me in contact with Craig, which was the first film that I ever did. I was like, fabulous. So I got talking to Craig, got the part, and the first one we did was Wrong Side, so I was part of that, playing Leah in that. Absolutely loved it, and just even for the first time, just being behind a camera, it just felt really natural.
Yeah.
It was what I wanted to do. So we did that. That was great, and then I kind of made a bit of a family, even just by that one film. It just, I knew, I kind of felt comfortable with everybody.
Sure.
And then there was another film which was a short called Cruel to You, which
Okay.
I got cast in as quite a leader part there. that was absolutely fantastic to film. That was like a full day filming. It was in a cold cellar. Everyone was shivering, but it really, you could tell it just added to the atmosphere.
Yeah.
The smoke coming out of your mouth.
That was real.
You were like shivering, but you look absolutely petrified. I was like, I'm not scared, I'm just cold. And just different things that happened even in just that day. Like the people you met and getting life stories of others that have done things similar.
Yeah.
It was great. I thought, yeah, I'm in with it all. I'm loving it. So we did that. That was fabulous. The only thing that wasn't great about that was having some steak and passata shoved down my throat by the lovely director.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, after asking not to.
Yeah.
They just decided to spring it on me once the camera rolled and shove it in my mouth.
Okie dokie.
I thought, actually, do I really want to do this as a living? While I've got all passata down my face. Gagging. I was like, I don't know if this is the right industry for me. And then we ended up getting a part in Boarhog.
Okie dokie.
So Boarhog was probably the main one for me because I was there from start to finish.
Sure.
So whereas I came in near the end of Wrong Side, Cruel to You was the one day,
Yep.
and then Boarhog was kind of the main one. So I was there for a lot of the shoots for that. I played Ashley in that. Really enjoyed it. Again, it was the family. So, and I've always said, you know what, whenever anything comes up within the family, I'll never turn it down. In fact, I'll be like, have you got anything? Have you got anything?
Sure.
Because it's just those sort of people you click with. I am out there now, so I've managed to get onto Spotlight through these things that I've done. That meant that I ended up on Killing Rainbow as well, which was somebody else's film on set, who then also does his own film.
Right.
Oh, right,
so
okay.
another connection.
Yeah.
So went and did that, enjoyed that, and then people would just see me on your Facebook pages, your Manchester actors and things. I'd comment on those. Everywhere that I can physically be, I will try and be. Obviously, it's a bit difficult sometimes, but because I've got the business as well, so I'm juggling.
And a single mum.
I am.
Oh, you're a mum as well.
You're a little girl.
Yes, I have
So
a
you're doing all
6-year-old
of this with a
daughter.
little-
Yes.
Wow, amazing.
So I have a 6-year-old, I have a drama school,
Oh
I'm
my
doing
gosh.
this as a hobby, as well as cooking, washing, cleaning.
You've not got the rabbits anymore, though, have you?
No, I've not got the rabbits
no.
anymore. I got rid of those because that was just an extra
Yes.
clean out that I didn't need to do and I hated. It's hard enough feeding a fish. I'm like, I'll feed you and 2 days later. Oh, we go.
Oh my goodness.
There's just, I'm so busy at the minute. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. And I'll sit there in bed, I'll get home with my laptop and I'm writing a sitcom at the minute.
I was just
Oh,
about
wow,
to
are
literally talk
you?
about Two
Yeah.
and a Few. So how is that progressing? Because we've had the read-throughs and
Yes.
and castings
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yes.
So how's that coming on? Because that's very
Brilliant.
exciting.
Yeah, it's brilliantly. I'm quite happy with it. I'm sure the pilot is there ready to go now.
Okay.
I've done the tweaks that I need. I've spent the time on it. I've wrote 5 episodes after that as well that I'm hoping to try and pitch wherever I physically can.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm one of those people that I need to keep going until I get there.
So where would you like Two and a Few to go? What if you could do anything? What would you like? If you just closed your eyes and threw it out like to the universe, what do you want back?
On a highly recognised television broadcast.
So what is it? What's it?
So it's a sitcom.
Yeah.
It's a bit like your Gavin and Stacey, Royal
right.
Family.
Yeah.
It's a bit like all the sitcoms met together, really. And it's about a young couple in Manchester, which is going to be really good because I've actually based it on the people. So these are real situations that I've either been in or that other people have.
Yeah.
And when we've spoke on set, we've got a few people from the family in it. It's mainly the family that are in it. So I've gone round and I've gone, right, tell me your worst case scenario of this, or tell me something that really, really irritates you or bugs you, or what do you enjoy? And we've put all these things down on paper and we've shoved them into a sitcom so everybody can relate to these topics.
Okay.
So they are everyday situations and situations I found myself in that I know probably half of the population have too. So I started writing that, a couple of months ago actually. It's not taken me that long. Once I got going, I'd had all these ideas just come flooding in. And we're hoping to film that next year. But I've kind of gone off topic a little bit because I was telling you what it was about, really, weren't I?
That's all right. It's your episode. So you can go wherever you want with this one. We'll guide you back.
I've got so much to say.
Yeah, say it.
Yes, it's about the young couple in Manchester and their neighbours are kind of main parts as well. So it's about how their relationship is. They'll just come into their house, like family, they'll go into theirs. And there is only mainly one location. So like the royal family, it's in the house, it's in the living room, the kitchen, and there's only the odd times where they're actually going to leave that area. It's all going to be based and focused there. And gradually, new characters are going to be added along the way that maybe you'll have heard about in a hint in the early episodes, but you never actually see them, and then they kind of appear later on.
That sounds good.
I think it sounds like, good old northern people. You know, when your next door neighbour, you call her auntie. That's my Auntie Linda who lives next door.
That's exactly what's in there.
She's not your auntie. Auntie Linda and Uncle Steve live next door.
Yes.
They're no relation to you, and that's my cousin over the road. Well, no, it's not. But that kind of feel, isn't it?
Yeah.
That all these people live on this street, and
kind of even me. That brings me back to my childhood because it was like that when I was little as well in Birmingham. Everyone's front doors are open. You'd have auntie here, auntie this. It sounds brilliant.
That's the feel I've gone for. So they do actually call the neighbours auntie and things like that, and it's just funny. Like looking through it, it's because of the situations that are in it, and half of them are not even my situations. The ones that I've got off other people. So I can't wait for them to actually watch it to go, that happened to me, I told her that one. But no, it should be fun, and it's so much fun to film as well. We've even got Craig in a pair of Speedos at one point, I'm hoping.
Craig in Speedos. This is the director.
Yes.
So you've got the director of Boarhog in a pair of Speedos.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's punishment from the beat.
I was going to say that.
Absolutely. Getting him back for that.
Got to get it in somewhere.
I mean, obviously, what he dressed me in for Boarhog, so I've got a few ideas in my head of projects as well. So regarding obviously your future now and what you're envisaging for yourself, where do you see your journey going to now? Obviously, you're so young and you've done all of this Redcoat drama school. You're a mum. You're doing comedy. Where would you like to go?
Just keep going. I've not got an actual. It's like someone said to me, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?"
Yeah.
It's not an answer that I can give because I don't like to limit that. I don't like to say, "Well,
I like that.
I want to be there." Because if I'm not, that's just setting myself up for disappointment. I would say, do you know what? Wherever I am at the time is where I'm meant to be.
Yeah.
I'm on this journey at the moment. I'm enjoying the journey, so I'm going to carry on the journey.
Yeah.
If I get to the point where, do you know what, it's too much, I've had enough, then I'll stop the journey.
Yes.
I'll get off. But at the moment, I don't want to.
Yeah.
So I can see myself keep going.
And do you want to grow the drama school? Do you want it to be bigger?
Yeah.
Do you want to open more?
Yeah. I mean, there's already plans to open another location next year. So we've got that in the pipeline. And then to get into more schools, which is good because I have just done an enrichment programme at my daughter's school teaching drama. And it was only a couple of week course, but these are the things that they do, like little tasters to see what they think, and then they bring you back for the next one if they like it.
Yeah.
I mean, touch wood, I've not had any bad feedback yet. So.
And you do your health stuff. I mean, you're always walking somewhere. You're always doing selfies of like climbing things, and aren't you?
I was on one the other day, and we decided we're going to go and see the airplane wreck in Glossop.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So we said, right, we're going to do that walk.
Did you get there?
We had 3 kids in tow, we had 2 dogs in tow, and we was like, this is going to be great, we're going to go and see it, take some pictures, whatever. No signal, nothing. We set off, we'd been walking an hour and a half with the kids, they were nearly crying. It was nearly starting to rain. We couldn't find it anywhere.
Oh, really?
So me and my friend was arguing on the sat-nav because mine was taking us left and hers was taking us right. Naturally, I thought, just keep her quiet and go right. we went right, and we ended up on some rocks. Sat on the rocks with a picnic, in the wind, on the moors, no signal. We were absolutely lost. It was just grass.
Oh my god.
We had kids crying because they were cold. I'm hungry, I'm cold. I'm like, just shut up, because we've got to know.
You needed
back to the car.
you needed a film crew with you on that. That
Literally,
would have been
We
amazing.
actually did.
Yeah.
So I wanted to cry myself, but you got to keep it together, ain't you? So I said, right, shall we go and try and find this wreckage then, or not? It was like, because I'm on a time limit now, it's another 15 minutes somewhere else. So it was like, no. So we'd spent 3 hours in total walking for no reason whatsoever.
You didn't
And I
actually
didn't get to
find
see
it.
Couldn't find it.
And they had walking boots on and jackets. They turned up in the full-blown walking gear.
Yeah.
I turned up in my Puma trainers and
Sounds about right.
some jogging bottoms and my mum's jacket because I didn't have one of my own. So they said, why is it that we always go on these walks but you're never actually prepared for them? I said, well, I've got a sandwich in my bag. What more do I need?
There's a stream if I get
I've got
thirsty.
food.
Yeah.
I think I had half of it on the way to Gossip though. I'd had 2 packets of crisp and a Fibre One and something else by the time I got there, and said, I hope you don't want any sandwiches or anything because I've eaten them on the way.
Oh my days. So coming up, you've got the Boarhog launch. That's going to be coming up.
Yes.
Wrong Side is going to be coming up at some point as well very soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got your sitcom. Yeah. It's just, the world is your oyster, seriously. Just keep doing what you're doing, and thank you so much for being with us today.
It's been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for having me.
You are welcome back anytime.
Pleasure.
If any of you want to know about Mandy Tiffany's drama school, you'll be able to find all of the details. They've been on screen, and you're on all the social media handles as well, aren't you, if they want you. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've had a nice time joining us on this episode, and we will see you very soon for more Creatives on the Couch.
Thank you.